We already have 2 questions, but I will wait for people to join and then I will answer, because then they will have to go back to the start and then watch. So we'll wait for some time, and if they join, then I will answer these questions. I don't really have any idea about Tuntalk Institute of Technology, so in the meantime, I will just do a bit of research about it. Hi bro, can I apply for a visa in September? You certainly can apply. I mean, it depends on when your course is starting. So if your course is starting by the end of September, or maybe in August, oh sorry, November or October, so you can apply. But if your course is starting in September or October, you need to probably apply for priority visa. So that is something you need to keep in mind. Good afternoon. I'm glad I made today live session. What is BSc Data Science and Artificial Intelligence salary in London? It's a tough question, because here in the UK, yes, they do give weightage to the master's degree if you have. So I would say they will offer more salary to someone who has a master's degree. So for them, the average salary is around 35 to 40 for someone who don't have much experience and just master's degree. So I will assume maybe 25 to 35,000 pounds. So that could be the range for someone who has BSc in data science or AI. Hi bro, I thought of studying MSc in data science in September 23 intake. I am from mechanical background with 1 year experience in IT industry. Can I be able to do the course, and what about the job market? So yes, it doesn't really matter from which background you're coming from. So if you're good with your programming skills, if you are good with your mathematical skills, and you're from mechanical, so I would say you would have covered quite a lot of mathematical subjects in your bachelor's. So that's there. And in terms of getting into a university, I think you will be able to get into it because you have 1 year of IT experience, so that always counts. um, and yeah, I think it will be uh, it will be totally possible for you to do the course, because in my batch people were from lot of various backgrounds, people from pharmacy, so they had to cope up with the maths as well as with the coding, so that's there. But yeah, before you start your masters, I would say practice your programming, so that when you start, you will be up to speed and you won't have to worry about your programming skills. But if you but you but you're already in IT industry for like 1 year, so I would assume that you might be working with one or the other programming language, so it won't be hard to switch to Python programming or R programming if you haven't coded in those languages. Is AI comes under data science? What's the difference between them and their combined course? So AI is very different. I mean, I won't say it's very different because if you just see them as a whole, yes, they are two different entities, but then they have intersections. So if I draw a Venn diagram for you, it will be something like this. So this is AI and this is data science. So, so if you can see here, this is AI and this is data science. They have some sort of intersection here. So uh, that is what they both are. So the machine learning, deep learning part is common in AI and data science. What's difference is AI deals with quite a lot of things like robotics and things like that, and data science deals with a lot of data manipulation, data handling, data storage, data engineering, so those kind of things. But then they have this intersection where machine learning and deep learning comes. So yeah, that is essentially the difference and similarities between data science and AI. University of Essex, University of Greenwich, University of Middlesex, which is the best university for MSc in data science? Um, sorry. If I had to pick one, I would probably go with the University of Essex because they have a very nicely laid out course structure and they have a good amount of optional modules as well, so you can customize if you want. But the kind of modules they cover in their compulsory section, I think it is more than sufficient to be able to work in data science field. So that's what I would say, and those optional modules will always give you extra or additional skills. So if I had to pick one, I would go for University of Physics. Which programming language is more used in the industry, R or Python? And is programming important for data analyst, not data scientist? Uh, in the industry, I think Python is used most widely. Most of the companies which are related to government or related to institutions, they use R. So that's there. But then if we talk in general, most of the companies they prefer to use Python over R. And coming to your next question, which is programming important for data analysts and not for data scientists? So I will say yes, it is important, simply because even if you want to do some plotting, it's not like you can simply just pass in the data and you will get all sorts of insights. You have to first do quite a lot of data manipulation, and for data manipulation you will have to build a lot of logic. And for data manipulation there is no standard package which can just you just pass your data and you ask it to do the data manipulation for you. It is not possible because each and every data is different, and you will have to do different type of manipulation for different type of analysis. So yes, you need to have good programming skills even for a data analyst position. Which language is most demanded in data science? I will say Python, R, and now maybe Julia is also coming up. So these are the three languages which are in demand for data science. But if we talk about the market share, I think Python has more market share as compared to other programming languages. You're more than welcome, Akash. Then AI have more salary or data science? So there is no clear distinction in terms of salary for both the roles, because it is very much dependent on a lot of different factors, like what type of uh, work you are doing, what is the complexity level of your work, in what type of company you're working, in what location you're working. There are quite a lot of things, and how much experience you have. So you can't really say that uh, people who are working in AI have more salary as compared to data science. So I can't really answer this question. Yes, if you go on Glassdoor, or you just go on Google and you search for average salary for AI engineer, or if you search for average salary for data scientist, you might be able to find some figure, but it doesn't tell the complete truth, because when you dig deeper into the market, you will see that some companies offer more, some companies offer less. So there is no clear answer to that. Does Coursera certification help to stand out from other applicants? I got admission for business analytics. Can I apply for data analytics or data scientist role? Currently working as a data analyst. So yes, you certainly can apply if you have the skills. So just go through the job description. Usually some of the companies, they describe a role as data analyst, but then the work there that you will be doing is more suited for data scientists. So it's just a job title. I personally look into the job description, I personally look into the kind of work that I will be doing in. So I would highly suggest you to go through the job description and see whether the skills they have mentioned you have it or not. If you have it, yeah, go for it, apply for that particular role, and you should be fine. About the certification, nowadays I think most of the people have all sorts of certifications, so it's not like it is very uncommon. What can make you stand apart is having a good portfolio. So that is something that you can do, because like I told you, certificates are getting very common these days. And for one of the roles that we had in our company, I reviewed some resumes, and I saw everyone has one or the other kind of certificate. So yeah, it is kind of common. What should we do to get an excellent salary in data science or AI? What's the best salary? There is no limit on the best salary. It can be like 100k, 200k, 300k, or whatever. So that's there. I think the best salary, to answer this question, like what is the best salary, totally depends on the kind of profile, experience, knowledge, portfolio, or the projects you have. So it depends on that. So yeah, there is no ceiling to the salary, but yeah, there is a floor. So you can probably expect 30 to 35 thousand pounds when you start as a data scientist or uh, AI engineer, and considering you don't have much experience. So yeah, that's what I can say. University of Greenwich or Cardiff Metropolitan University for computer science. So for computer science course, I will have to look into the course content. So one thing I would suggest you is just copy this particular comment and put it in copy this particular chat and comment in the comment section, or put it in the comment section, so that I will look into the course content and I will reply to you once this live stream is over. Bro, what about the job market for MSc in data science for freshers? uh, As a fresher, yes, it is difficult to get a job, but again, it's not impossible if you have the right kind of skill portfolio and things like that. And also, the number of jobs are still decreasing. So maybe yesterday or day before yesterday, when I was having dinner, I was just scrolling through one of the website. I forgot the name. I was just doing the research about the job market. So I can still see the downward trend. The number of jobs are still reducing. So yeah, the market is not looking very healthy, and I I can't see any factor like which is going in a positive direction. So I think the job market reacts to that particular thing. So um, maybe for next few months it will still be the same scenario unless we see something positive. And if even after like 3 4 months things are not looking positive, then it will keep on going down maybe. So yeah, currently the job market is not really healthy, I can say that much. Is AI course most demanded in the UK? Mm, it depends on two perspective, I would say. One is, are you interested in AI or machine learning, deep learning more, or are you interested in data analysis, data manipulation, or rather I should say the full life cycle of gathering the data till training your model. So if you are interested in like each and every bit of data, then I think data science is more in demand. But if you feel like no, you just want to stick to machine learning, deep learning, robotics kind of things, then yes, AI is in more demand. So it totally comes down to your preference, what you prefer, what you like. The next thing is what type of company you are looking for. So if you are looking for a very huge organization which is mostly in the tech industry, so if I have to name few, it will be like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, companies like that. So if you're targeting those companies, then I think you can stick to just machine learning sort of things, and you will be put in a team where you will be taking care of all the AI stuff. But if you are looking for uh, even if it's a big company but it's not majorly in tech, then probably you will have to carry out all the steps. And in that case, I think data science would be the better option to go for. So again, it totally comes down to your personal preference. Which one do you prefer? If you think you don't want to uh, do a lot of data manipulation and things like that, then probably sticking to AI would be a better option for you. But do keep in mind that even to train various type of models, you will have to do quite a lot of data analysis and data manipulation. Maybe not to the extent of a proper data analyst or data scientist, but yes, you will have to do those kind of things. So in your preliminary stages. So yes, um, I hope that answers your question. I know it's not a clear answer because there isn't any clear answer to that, but I hope you got a bit of idea about it. Bro, in which university you completed your masters, and currently where are you working, and what's the annual CTC you are getting? So, in which university? So I completed my masters from Newcastle University, and currently where are you working? So I'm working at Stanley Black and Decker. And what's your CTC? So that is something which I can't disclose because it's mentioned on the contract that it is it is confidential. So I can just give you a range. It is 40 plus. So yeah. What is advanced certification in data science? So I have no idea about it because it totally depends on the certification provider, what things they consider to be as advanced. So maybe they consider machine learning AI as machine learning or deep learning as advanced content in data science, so that is what they will do. Or if they think right from, let's say, data collection till the deployment, everything should be covered in data science. But then when we talk about the advanced data science certification, they consider the mathematical bit to be the advanced stuff. So it is totally different for different certification providers. So yeah, that is there. How is job scenario in UK? What salary is given for masters in data science? So I already talked about how is job scenario in the UK. What's the salary is given for masters in data science? So I have a dedicated video on this. I have discussed about the salary for data scientist. I will share that with you. And I also have a data science job market, so I will also share that. So this is about the data science job market. Let me quickly find the salary one. This is the data scientist salary in the UK video. So yeah. Where is Java used? What's the use of Java language? So Java is mainly used in software development. Maybe now it is getting less and less popularity because it was the main programming language for Android development. But now there is this Kotlin programming language, so everybody is using Kotlin. So it is getting less and less popular, but it is mostly used in the software development, web development sort of field. Will the job market be stable in next 1 2 years? So that is the idea, and that's what everyone hopes. And yes, I think so. It should be fine in next 1 or 2 years, because usually the drop stays for like 2 years or something like that, and then market revives even for a shorter period of time, but it does revive. So mm, yeah, let's hope. I'm going to work for 2 year in Ernest and Young. Okay, EY. So, and they might give data science job. Can I get top colleges like King's College in 25? Can we both do AI and ML? Yes, I think if you work for EY for 2 years, you, and especially in data science domain, you will be in a very good position to secure a job, secure an offer from universities like King's College. So that is certainly a possibility. And can we do both AI and machine learning? So machine learning is a subset of AI. So if you are doing machine learning, you are doing a bits and pieces of AI. But if you are doing AI, you will obviously be doing machine learning. So that is there. Which type of employees does Google, Microsoft companies hire? Data science. Which type of employees? Their hiring process starts with the coding round. So you should be good with your programming skills. You should be good with your data structures and algorithm. So it doesn't really matter whether you're going for data science or software development. They will test you on that. So that is the first requirement. The next thing will be your problem solving skills. They will test that in the first round also. So that's there. And especially for data science, you will have to have good hold over your mathematical concepts, which are very important for machine learning algorithms. So that is the next thing. Apart from that, you have to know like in and out of each and every machine learning algorithm, right from the implementation part to the mathematical part. And also you need to understand, if you have to build that from scratch without using sklearn or pytorch or tensorflow, you should be able to code them. So that kind of interview they conduct. So that's there. Apart from that, what else? I think, yeah, that's it. So that's there. Which Udemy course you will suggest for new data science or ML? So on Udemy, I think there you're talking about data science or ML. So I think both are different courses. Let me quickly check them. I think it was, if I pronounce his name wrong, don't uh, don't blame me for that. But yeah, I think it's Kirill Irmiko or something like that. I think his courses are really good. And then the other one is Jose Potia. I think his courses are also really good. And they have like AI, deep learning, machine learning, data science, that kind of courses. So those are the two instructors that you can probably look for on Udemy. And yeah, their courses are, most of the time, they're good. University of Chester is offering me MSc in data science for 11,750 pounds, and I am having offer from University of Essex for nearly 17,000 pounds. Which one is best, bro? So if you don't mind paying 17,000 pound, I know there is a huge difference between the fees, but if you don't mind paying 17,000 pound, I think you should go for University of Essex. I don't really have much idea about University of Chester, but when I looked at their course content maybe a month or so back, it did not really stood out to me. So I would always give preference to a course content as long as the fees is in my budget. So if the fees is not like 35-40,000 pound, I will give preference uh, to the course content. So if I had to pick, if I was in your shoes, I would still go for University of Essex. But then if you think 17,000 pound is just way out of your budget, then probably you can consider University of Chester. Thanks for joining the group. Vaidera Badi. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, sorry for that. What all skills are needed to clear a data science job interview as per your knowledge with a good package? Um, so I have been in like number of interviews, and now I can see a kind of pattern there. Uh, so yes, it's good to have knowledge about deep learning and all those newer fancy stuff, but ultimately most of the companies, they care about your knowledge about those foundations, like how will you tackle a particular data if it is given to you, How will you handle outliers? How will you handle um, missing data? How will you clean the data set? Those kind of things. And after that, yes, they will test you on machine learning. So they want to understand how well you have grasped the working of a particular algorithm, and if given a data set, can you tell them that which type of machine learning algorithm will be suitable for that particular data set without having to try all the algorithms and then come up with the best one. So when we learn, and when we are probably doing some course, or even if we are in institute, it is suggested to us that try all the algorithm and then choose the best one. And yes, if you have time and resources, then yes, certainly you can do it. But the companies, they want to get results fast, so they don't really have time for you to try all the algorithm, especially when you have like millions of rows, because if you want to train any algorithm on that kind of data, then it is going to take time, and you can't really afford wasting that much time. So they want to understand that you have a good understanding about an algorithm and things like that. And then they also see if you have put the particular model into production, if there is a data point which is probably not in your data set, and it's very new to the model which you have trained, how will that particular model react to that? Because there are different families of machine learning models, like linear models, tree based models. So they react differently to these kind of scenarios. So they want to understand your capability, they want to measure your understanding about each and every algorithm. So that is there. And of course the coding part, without coding part, you can't really crack an interview. You need to have good programming skills, you need to know how to carry out full data science life cycle, be it using Python or R. So yeah, these are some of the things that I personally would focus on if I had to start over today. And yeah, this should give you an idea. Having said that, yes, if you are really good with all the skills and things which I mentioned just now, having a knowledge of deep learning and those advanced recent stuff is very good, because that's where you can probably stand apart from the crowd. But without having good basic foundation, jumping to those concept is not going to help. What is the key difference in a data scientist and a data analyst? Then which job is more in demand in the UK at the moment? By the way, data analyst and data scientist. Does your grade matter in getting jobs? So the first question is, what is the difference between data scientists and data analysts? So I will again draw a Venn diagram just to give you a bit of idea. So if you can see here, this is data analyst and this is the whole data scientist scope. So data scientist is uh, someone who can carry out tasks like collection of the data, managing the data, cleaning the data, data analysis, machine learning part, deep learning part, and deployment part. So those are the things which a data scientist should know theoretically, because it varies quite a lot from company to company. And data analyst is someone who is responsible for collecting the data, cleaning the data, managing the data, and performing data analysis on a particular data and answer the business related questions. They are not really too much into machine learning and deep learning and deployment side. So that probably answers your question about the difference between data scientist and data analyst. Now, then, which is more in demand in the UK? So, obviously, now this question is also answered. If you are a data scientist, you can carry out the responsibilities of a data analyst as well. So, certainly, if there are like 100 job postings and they include both data scientist and data analyst roles, you can, if you are a data scientist, you can apply for all of them. But if you are someone who is a data analyst and you don't really have good hold over your machine learning part and the other things, then you can only apply to those 50 jobs which are specifically for data analyst. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. And the last question is, does your grade matter in getting jobs? um, if you don't mention them on your resume, then I think it does not matter. So that's there. But if you have good score, like if you have distinction or something, I think it's always good to mention on your resume, because that will give the idea to the hiring managers that yes, you can, you are capable of committing to stuff, and you can do the things at a good quality. So that's what they can get from that. Yeah. I don't know programming. Can I opt for MSc data science? So I will ask you a question. Are you willing to learn programming? If the answer is yes, then certainly you can opt for MSc data science. But if the answer is no, then I think you should not opt for MSc data science. I want to do work from home, online jobs for graphic design. Please send me link for it. I don't really have anything related to that, and I don't know much about uh, graphic designing. Maybe I can do here and there, but yeah, not an expert. So I don't know where to find these kind of jobs. Maybe you can try Fiverr or something like that. So there you should be able to find something. If I have to start for data science, yeah, the answer or the question, whatever I asked or answered, is going to stay the same. Udemy course, Udemy courses are shallow. Yes, that is true. They are designed in such a way that if you are someone who is a beginner who are just getting started in data science, I think it's good to do those kind of courses, and to get an idea and to get a very bigger or broad picture of data science, and then maybe you can do or learn from online platforms about specific things. So yes, I totally agree with you, Ashutosh. What level of data structure is required to land a job in data science? So you don't really need to know complex data structures like trees and graphs, but it's always good to have idea about various Python data structures like lists and tuples, sets, dictionaries, those kind of data structures. And also, if you have an idea about stack, queue, uh, probably linked list, I think you are good to go. So that much knowledge is expected. What is the top college for MSc data science in London? I think it would be LSE, or mm, yeah, I think it would be LSE. Let me quickly take out the list which I have created, and I need to make this video, but I'm just not getting time. But let me quickly scan it through. Imperial College London is really good. LSE is really good. So yeah, those are the two universities I would rate very highly for data science course. So do we need to write codes in interview? So there are different type of interviews. So again, I have a dedicated video about data science interviews. So that is something you should certainly check out. So in some rounds, yes, or in some format, they yes ask you to write code in the interview, but in some they don't. So do check out this video, this will certainly help you. Are IITians demanded in UK for data science? IITians are actually in demand everywhere, so I would say yes. So if you are from IIT and if you want to do master's course, then yes, you will have chance to get into some of the really good universities. And also, if you want to apply for a job, having that kind of tag on your resume is certainly going to help if the employer knows about IIT. So that is always there. What are good sources to find fine tune information can be found for machine learning algorithm? What are the good sources to find? I really like the blogs of machine learning mastery. So they do explain things in a very nice way, easy to understand, and also very useful. So that is something I can suggest. But I think most of the times I just Google whatever specific thing I want to look for, and I just go through several links, whichever I find to be the most helpful. I just prefer that. So yeah, that is what I can probably suggest. I don't really have a very I don't really have something like one stop shop. So that is something I can't really suggest. But yeah, probably you can check out machine learning mastery. That is something which I do prefer. Is it okay if I do any Udemy course for Python before joining MSc Data Science program? Yes, certainly, because Python courses on Udemy are actually good. So that will certainly going to help you. What is the back of yours? Is that banana? Are you asking about this? Yes, these are bananas. So during the weekdays when I'm working, I eat something in the morning, and then during the daytime you don't really get much time. So I always keep fruits with me, and yeah, so I just do eat them, and once the work is done, then I cook something, or if something's already cooked, then I can probably eat that in the afternoon, and once everything is done, then I cook again in the evening. So yeah, always keep fruit with me. But I'm having 4 months time to start my course. Can you please suggest which are all the topics I need to go through before the start of the course? Can we get part-time jobs related to our course while we are studying? So I'll first answer your second question. Yes, it is totally possible to get a part-time job or internship related to your course. As for your first question, I will share a video about prerequisites for MSc Data Science. So yeah, this video should help you. What is scenario of data science and data analytics job for a fresher doing MSc data science and AI? I think I already answered this question in this live stream, and I also shared a video related to that. So I will again share the link to that video. What is your view on switching career from non-IT to IT, and particularly in data science? If you really like the aspects of data science, tinkering around data, finding insights and things like that, then yes, certainly it can be a good option, and you can certainly do it. And coming from non-IT background, I think you will bring some domain knowledge. So I don't know what domain you are currently working on. Maybe if you are in finance, or maybe you are in health sector or something like that, and so you bring that domain knowledge, which is actually very important for data scientists, and that will give you edge over someone who is purely technical. So if you are able to gather all the technical skills like maths and stats, programming, things like that, and if you apply to the companies which are closely related to your previous work or domain, I think you will have edge over other candidates. So yeah, certainly it can be a good option as long as you enjoy doing data science stuff. Got admit from University of Manchester for advanced computer science. Will it be worth, and what are job opportunities? So for computer science, like the software development roles, they are still quite popular, and there are a lot of jobs related to that. And by lot is a very relative term, so there are more number of jobs for software developers as compared to data scientists. So yes, certainly it can be a good option, and University of Manchester is probably one of the most reputed universities in the UK. So yeah, it can be a good option. Are foods expensive in the UK? They are expensive as compared to India for sure. Um, but then yeah, again they are getting expensive day by day. So when I came here like a year or so back, if I see their prices back then and now, yes, they have gone expensive. But it's not like they are absurdly high, so it's fine, I would say. Mind sharing your CTC? Just curious. So like I said in the like earlier in the live stream, it is kind of confidential and they don't allow me to talk about that, but I think I can tell you a rough estimate. So it's like 40k plus, so that's my CTC. Any updates for PSW? So far I think we still have that 2 years PSW, so that's there, but uh, I haven't seen much development in that regard. So I would say probably they will keep it this way for maybe another year or so. Bro, share the interview link. I think I shared that. Um, So the third link from the bottom in the chat is the video about interviews. Akash, I think that video you're looking for. Leeds versus Manchester, which university is best? Yeah, I will answer this question, but just one announcement. I have a viewing at 1:15, so I will end this live stream at 1 sharp. So whatever questions I have, I will take, and if you will have time, I will answer more. But I will end the stream at 1 sharp. So yeah, Leeds versus Manchester, which university is best? So it's very subjective because there is a huge fees difference. I think course will be different. So what course you prefer? If you think you're happy with the course which Leeds is offering, then I think saving some money and going for Leeds will be the better option. But if you think Manchester has something extra to offer and you are very inclined towards it and you don't mind paying extra fees, then Manchester is the better option to go for. Again, about location, Leeds is relatively smaller as compared to Manchester. Having said that, Leeds is not like a very small city, so even if you want to do part time jobs, you will be able to do it. But it will be easy to find part time jobs in Manchester. So that is something you need to consider. As for living expense, yes, Manchester will be a bit expensive as compared to Leeds, so that is also there. So you need to weigh all those things uh, into your decision when you want to choose which is best. So that's it. But if I ignore everything and if I just go for the reputation, I don't exactly remember the course content. I think you are asking for computer science. So yeah, I don't really know what is the course structure for Leeds or Manchester. So yeah, I think Manchester would be the better option. But just going by the university's reputation, you can't really say that Manchester offers a better course content as compared to Leeds. You have to look into that. And if you think Leeds is better, then certainly you can go for that. Apart from the expenses, how much can you save from your salary per month? Um, I think it is totally possible to save £2,000 or more, but depending on maybe not 2,000. I mean, it depends on what your monthly salary is and how you like to live. So that's there. As for me, I think I can save around 1,500, something like that. So yeah. You got full-time job? Yes, I have. Hi bro, what about University of East Anglia for MSc Data Science? How is their course content? Can you please share your opinion on this? So University of East Anglia is a good university. I think I had also applied for University of East Anglia. So I found their course content to be good. That's why I applied. So yeah, I would say they have a pretty good course content. They're covering all the important aspects of data science as part of their modules. So thank you so much, bro. This live session really helped me a lot. You're more than welcome, Akash. For masters in computer science, which university is best? USA versus UK. If you can get into MITs, I think that would be a really good option. And also in terms of job market, USA is like huge. Salary is significantly more, but you do have to consider that you spend more as well. So that's there. Um, so yeah, overall, I think USA will be the better option, but you will also have to consider other things like geographical conditions, and other benefits. So that is there. How much work experience before MSc in data science? If you have more than 2 years of experience, I think that's good. If you have more than 3 years of experience, that's much better. So yeah, having 2 to 3 years of experience would be good. What are I mean, okay, that is answered. Are there availability of swimming pools in UK where you live currently? Can we swim into it by giving some money? Yes, there are a lot of swimming pools here, and you do pay some charge, and then you can do swimming for 1 hour or maybe more, depending on how long you want. So yes, it is totally possible where you live currently. So I live in Newcastle. Does MIT offers data science course in masters? I think most of the universities in the US they offer a computer science course with an option to choose machine learning or data science related modules, so you can structure your course based on that. Many people saying to choose university in London rather than other cities. What's your opinion on this based on current situation? Whether it will be difficult for job search process. So I'll give you an example. One of my friend, he completed his masters from Newcastle University, and he was looking for jobs, and he was in Newcastle for another 4 or 5 months after completing his masters. So he was not able to find any kind of job. So he thought, let's move to London. There I might be able to find something. He went to London again. He stayed there for 3 4 months. He worked part time here and there, but he could not find job there as well. But now he has got a job which is very close to Newcastle, so he's coming back to Newcastle. So uh, it's not like you have to move to other city or you have to move to London to find a job, because you can always mention in your cover letter, you can always mention that in your LinkedIn profile, you can mention it on your resume that you are willing to relocate to a different location if need be. So that's there, and most of the interviews are being conducted online, so you don't really have to physically go to the office to attend the interviews. But if you have to, you can always travel. In the UK, you can go from one end to the other end in like 4 or 5 hours by train, and if you take flight, you can go by like go in like 2 hours maximum, I guess. So yeah, it does not take that much time. So I won't say that staying in London is must to find a job, because you will be paying quite a lot of rent and other living expenses. So I personally don't see a point living in London or choosing a London university just to find a job after finishing the course. Any computer vision masters available? What do you think about online masters? I am not a big fan of online masters, because yes, you will be able to gain good amount of knowledge and things like that, but in online masters you lack a lot on kind of connections you make, and the kind of exposure you get, different type of experience. So you lose out on quite a lot of things. Yes, of course you pay quite a lot of, I mean, you pay significantly less fees when you do uh, online masters, but then I think those are the important bits as compared to the technical knowledge that you are gaining. So because technical knowledge you can gain for like free from YouTube and stuff. So yeah, That's there. So I am not a big fan of online masters, any computer vision masters. So there are a lot of universities, they offer data science course, and there are different projects specifically designed for computer vision. So yes, you get option of that. So these are the last three questions or two questions I will take because I need to go for the viewing. Are you in UK? Yes. How much it takes to how much it takes to get a decent job in IT after completing masters in data science from tier 2 university? How much it takes? I think you are asking for effort. So even if you are from a tier 1 university or something, you'll have to put quite a lot of effort in building your resume profile skills. So it will take good amount of effort. So yeah, that's the answer to that. If it was more specific, I could have taken, but I am running late now, so I will see you guys next week, Saturday, 12 p.m. UK time. So yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.